What's up guys, Irish Tail here, and welcome to Rainbow Six Siege Leavers. Now, basically this video is a bit of a rant about people that leave in Rainbow Six Siege. Essentially the issue is, in casual, where it happens, players hop into games, they get one round in where they're losing, and then ditch the team, or 2 rounds in and then ditch the team. And this kind of shit needs some sort of stopping, or some way of being stopped by Ubisoft, because it ruins the game. When you hop into a game and a teammate leaves because they don't think their team is good enough or they don't want to lose, it ruins it for everyone else in the game. One of the other examples of this is players will join into a game, they'll look at their teammates and they'll immediately leave because their team isn't the level they want of teammates. Which is absolute bullshit because, quite frankly, level does not equal skill in this game at all, and if you still think that, quite frankly, you need to fuck off this game or clue up very quickly, because there is no way that a person's level indicates skill. All it indicates is the amount of time you've played, and I hark on about that in other videos as well, and I really do believe that. But overall, I genuinely do think this lever issue needs dealing with. Now, one of the ways I thought about dealing with it that Ubisoft could adopt is something similar to that of Blizzard's Overwatch, where if you leave too many games, you get a penalty on the amount of renown you get. So say if you leave, like, say, 3 games in a row, midway through the game, Ubisoft say, right, you get a 25% penalty to your renown. If you keep doing it, you get a 50%. If you keep and then more, 75%. And again, 100%, and you just get no renown at all. I think that would be a really good way of dealing with it, because it then stops players from just joining and leaving and joining and leaving, and forces them to stay out and play the game, and at least then try and contribute to the rest of their team. I think this would be a nice way of dealing with it. I think it'd be a better way of stopping people from leaving games, and I think it's something that Ubisoft really need to look into. Because the other side of this issue that isn't talked about is the fact that when you then matchmake, you sometimes get put into games that people have left. So you end up joining a game that's losing quite severely, or like you've got no chance of winning. The best example of this I had was a couple of days ago. I wasn't recording because like the matchmaking was taking forever, and I got dropped straight into a game. And when I got dropped in, my team were 2-0 down. The third round had started, and there was only one dude left alive on the team. So all I could do was sit and watch this game get lost. And it was like, what was the point in that? Why did I have to join a game to immediately lose it, when Ubisoft either could have just like closed that slot off completely, or, you know, if they'd had some sort of system to stop players from leaving, I'd never have had that situation in the first place. And I think that's one of the major issues, is that currently matchmaking seems to put you into games that you're either already losing or sometimes winning on a very rare basis in a spot of a lever. And yes, I understand that the games are trying to be balanced, they're trying to make sure that it's 5v5 at all times. I still think Ubisoft need to look into this and try and stop people from leaving in the first place, because those new players that join in, 9 times out of 10 will join in on that second round and have to watch that second round play out. And then by the time they end up playing, they actually end up going into like a 2-0 down game. And it's just not fun for this new player that joins, who's basically almost got an instant loss. And yes, sometimes the comeback is awesome. You sometimes pull off these amazing comebacks where you win. It doesn't happen that often, unfortunately, and if you're one of those players that can do that sort of thing all the time, good on you, fair enough, but I can't say I'm like that. Sometimes I'll get a comeback, sometimes I won't. Quite frankly, I know I don't like to admit it, I do just leave these teams immediately because I think they're losing, it's not my problem, this wasn't my team, this was someone else's team that they abandoned. And I think it needs stopping. I hope I'm not the only one that thinks this. Again, if you guys agree with me, feel free to let me know in the comments below. If you don't agree with me, again, feel free to let me know. And another point I'd like to make is, if you really do agree with me and you think Ubisoft needs to do something about this, feel free to share this video on the Ubisoft forums with your friends, with anyone you like, and try and get the video out there, because the idea is that more people see it, the more chances that Ubisoft might see it and might think this is a good idea for like what they could do. Yes, this is disgusting plugging of my own video, but hey-ho, why not? But yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this little quick video on the levers situation. If you have, feel free to hit that like button, subscribe for more Siege content, and I'll see you in the next one.